While the mainstream media and even globalist former First Lady Laura Bush are out there trying to push a fake narrative about the separation of children from parents at the border, they all seem to be forgetting one important fact: that George W. Bush initiated the zero-tolerance policy and Barack Hussein Obama had no issue implementing it during his presidential administration, but the same reporters who are today attacking President Trump were completely silent back in 2014 when the border crisis reached fever pitch under the Obama administration. The Daily Caller reported, "Much of the media coverage over the last few weeks has focused on the policy of separating illegal immigrant children from their parents on the U.S. border. The Trump administration has come under fire for enforcing the policy, which calls for criminal prosecution of would-be immigrants who cross the border illegally, therefore separating them from their children." The outrage has struck some reporters as peculiar, particularly since there was abject silence and a lack of outrage when the Obama administration treated illegal immigrants in a similar fashion. Barack Obama deported more people than any president in history and reached a record number, 97,000, of criminal prosecutions in 2013 for illegal border crossings. Breitbart Texas reporter Brandon Darby toured detention facilities under the Obama administration. Cages, the chain-link partitions in the holding facilities at the border, are the exact same ones we showed you during the Obama admin. Why didn't you care then? Darby tweeted this weekend as the outrage raged over Trump's use of detention facilities. Darby followed up with a series of photos of the facilities that he published in 2014. This is all an attack on President Trump, and when they attack President Trump, they attacked all of us who support and voted for him. President Trump is doing exactly what we elected him to do. He is enforcing a law that was signed by George W. Bush and enforced by Barack Hussein Obama. But strangely enough, for some reason, when they enforced it, the mainstream liberal media and all the living former first ladies had no issue with it. The truth here is that our politicians, the very ones who we elect and who we pay for, stopped considering us Americans as worthy. Any foreigner who decides to stroll across the border comes before Americans in their book. And then they wonder why an outsider like President Donald Trump was able to beat 16 primary challengers and went on to hand Hillary Clinton and the Democrat Party the biggest upset in presidential election history. We the people woke up, and we will never again vote for people who believe foreign nationals are worth more than law-abiding American citizens and legal residents. Here is more on this policy via The Guardian. The Trump administration will increase criminal prosecutions of parents entering the United States illegally and place their children in protective custody as part of efforts to tighten immigration enforcement, according to a Department of Homeland Security (DHS) official. Trump administration ends 57,000 Honduran special immigration status. Under the new policy, parents caught crossing the border illegally will be separated from their children and criminally prosecuted. Those apprehended will be sent directly to federal court under the custody of the U.S. Marshal Service, and their children will be transferred to the custody of Health and Human Services Office of Refugee Resettlement, the DHS official said in an email. The policy, which the official said was signed on Friday, formalizes plans that have been under discussion for more than a year. Reuters first reported the government's idea to separate parents and children apprehended at the border in March 2017. A month later, the administration said it was no longer considering the policy because of a drop in apprehensions of families at the U.S. southern border with Mexico. Shortly after Trump took office, pledging a hard line against illegal immigration, border arrests fell. Apprehensions, however, are again on the rise and reaching levels seen during the administration of Barack Obama, frustrating Trump. Illegal immigration must end, he tweeted on Friday. Families seeking asylum should turn themselves into authorities so their petitions can be processed instead of attempting to cross illegally, the DHS official said. Currently, border crossers are often deported after their apprehension without being charged criminally. Immigration advocates say that family separations for criminal prosecutions and other circumstances have already been happening for months. The American Civil Liberties Union filed a lawsuit in February to challenge the practice. In April, Jeff Sessions, the Attorney General, announced a zero-tolerance policy for prosecutions of all illegal entry into the United States, and cases have already begun ticking up. The DHS said that there have been about 30,000 prosecution referrals since the start of the 2018 fiscal year in October, up from 18,642 prosecutions for the entire 2017 fiscal year.